Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on Forgotten Memories. And pretty much today we're going to kind of give you a guide to the basement so you guys have an understanding of where everything's at and what you could just prepare for. And so pretty much what I'm going to go ahead and do is just pop up the picture of the basement, which is going to be this right here. And so pretty much this is going to be like the dynamics, the entire layout of pretty much the basement. And this is where you start at, this little green box right here. You're gonna have a lot of other unique items too, as well as places where you could go ahead and get certain materials for Mr. Hippo, such as the left leg, right arm, right leg, and his left arm. And pretty much the breakers, which is going to be a little bit more harder to see, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a bit more here so you guys can see there's going to be one over here by the right arm, one in the middle, and then one by the left arm. And also these little white boxes too, if you guys have no idea what they are your pretty much your lockers where you could go ahead and hide in. And last but not least, this little red box up here, you guys could barely see it probably. That's the escape route that you're eventually gonna escape through. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump in, and I'm gonna go ahead and guys pretty much show you guys the way that I take to go ahead and turn on the breaker. So let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so pretty much when you go ahead and spawn in, you're gonna go ahead and make your way over here. First corner you can turn left, you're going to turn left, and right here at the edge right here, you're going to go right and go all the way down. And pretty much it's going to be straight down here, you're going to pass the locker right here, and then this is going to be an entrance which you're going to want to kind of remember, but it's not important right now because you could always look back at the video. Pretty much you're going to run all the way down until you get to a dead end, which is going to be right here. After that, you're just going to hug the wall and continue to hug it. There's gonna be a locker right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a light here just so I know where it's at in case of an emergency. And then you're gonna go left, and I'm gonna take this box with me. Once you go ahead and go left, you're gonna be right here, and you're gonna see the breaker right here on the side. Once you turn that on, you're gonna have access to pretty much the right arm right here, and it's gonna have a couple of things that you could go ahead and build. And you know what, since we're right here, let's go ahead and just kind of like knock it out, just so then it's a little bit more easier for us. And I'm gonna go ahead over here because there are two boxes that do spawn here, and sadly do not look like the ones I need, which is gonna be okay. But from this area right here, we just turned on the breaker, right? We're gonna go ahead and head to the next location for the next lever, which is gonna be straight ahead. So pretty much you're gonna go all the way to the straight where there's a dead end. Once you get there, you can go either left or right and just hug the wall that you were going towards, which is going to be this wall right here. So you can go, oh, I'm going to hide first because it sounds like Foxy's here. Oh my, where is Foxy? I heard him. He's that way. Okay, we're going to go left to be safe. And once you go ahead and go left, you're going to want to turn right here. And if you go right, you have to turn left right off the bat. But pretty much you want to go ahead and make your way to here where we have Super Lee just waiting for us. Gonna make your way all the way down here. I'm gonna continue putting the lights just to make sure that's gonna be a little bit more accessible and easier for me to go ahead and come back. And you're gonna see Mr. Hippo. Once you see Mr. Hippo, you're gonna hug the left side, and right here there's gonna be the next breaker, and that breaker turns on the left leg and the right leg. Next, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the last breaker, which is in Chica's territory. And just keep in mind, out of the two as well, Foxy is way more quicker when it comes to trying to outrun him compared to Chica. Chica will run a stable speed, while Foxy will have an increase in speed. Is that a chicken? I hear a chicken. Oh boy. Alright, well, we're going to continue to proceed. And pretty much the way that you went ahead and did this is pretty much the same thing you did over there. Hug the wall right here from the entrance, which is right there. You're going to turn right and then turn right. Oh, that is called an oversized chicken. I cannot run. I'm dead. Run! I made it! Oh! Wait. And that's how you get... Oh. Alrighty. Is he coming back? No, I have no idea. But anyways, from that side right there, you're going to go ahead and turn right here, turn right again. And then once you get to this location right here, you're going to just go straight down. You're going to pass one entrance. You're going to go a little bit more. And on the second entrance on the right, you're going to go ahead and see the lever, which is going to be right there, that little shiny part right there. Grab that, and then you automatically have access to pretty much the left arm, which is going to be right over here. But yeah, once you get to the left arm, just make sure to look at the little computer terminal that you have right here. It should be on the left side. Just see what you need, put it in, and then get the part. Also, once you go ahead and collect all the materials you need for any of the parts, you're just going to make sure to press on this little green button right here. Once you press it, it's going to go ahead and bring whatever body part which is on there, which in this case is going to be the left arm, to you, and then you pretty much got to walk it back to the center of the map. I'm going to go ahead and show you where the other parts are at. So pretty much from the middle, you're going to go left or right, and it's going to be the exact same kind of pattern that you need to follow. In this case, I did put some glow sticks down already just because it was a little bit more easier for me to kind of like walk around and get through it. So pretty much what you're going to do is just go ahead and follow these glow sticks, but in your case, you're going to turn left, right, and then right. And then at this wall right here, you're going to turn down left. And you're gonna see that right on the right side, there's gonna be your spawn, the elevator, right? If you go straight down from here, turn right here, you're gonna find one of the components right here, which is gonna be I forget which one this is. It's one of the legs. Now, once you go ahead and come back from being by the door, which is next to the elevator, you're gonna make your way all the way back to the middle of the map, and pretty much we're gonna do the exact same thing we did on that one. And we're going to take the exact same path. So how we went left, right, right, we're going to do the exact same thing. So from here, we're going to go ahead and go left. Once you see the opening right here on the side, you're going to go right. Then you're going to take another sharp right here. You're going to continue down to this wall, and you're going to go ahead and turn left. And then where the elevator would be on the opposite side, there's going to be a door. So the door is going to be right here in the middle. Once you're in here, you're going to find another component to one of the legs as well. If I remember correctly, I believe this one's left and the other one's right, or I could have them reversed, but that's pretty much how you do it. Now that you're back in the middle, pretty much you're going to go to the back of Mr. Hippo, which is going to be that way for the right arm. And pretty much we're going to go ahead and kind of like try to speedrun it. We are going to be in Foxy's territory, so just keep in mind, he is going to be a little bit harder to hear when he's stomping. And he does run quicker, and he does sneak attack you. Pretty much when you come down here, you're going to go pretty much left, or you can go right. But for me, it's easier if you go left, right, and then another right here. You go ahead and follow down, and once you see the opening on the left side, you're going to go ahead and follow it all the way down. And moral of the story is once you're all the way down at the end right here where there's a split, you're going to turn right, and then the door is going to be on your left. So right here, you're going to turn right. And then right here on the left is the door. Once you get all the parts, you're pretty much going to press on this little terminal right here, and then lights will show up on the floor for where you have to go ahead and pull some switches. Just make sure that you know where your lockers are, just in case if you have to hide from one right off the bat, just because you never know. But there's a total of 4 of them, so just make sure, know where your lockers are at, and listen, because this is the part where a lot of people always die. When I first started playing this, I would always die at this part because I would not hear the animatronics. Make sure to look both ways before you actually turn it on. And then last but not least, once we go ahead and get this last one, you're going to come back to Mr. Hippo, and then he's going to go ahead and talk for about like maybe 30 seconds. But pretty much once he goes ahead and goes down to the ground, you're going to have to wait like maybe about like 10 seconds, 20 seconds for him to go to the ground. Once he goes to a ground, or hits the ground I should say, you should definitely run into a locker. Don't go into a locker right now because you're going to have to unfortunately be here for him to be able to activate. And once he does activate and gets up and starts talking, that's when you go ahead and hide, like right now. There's no point in staying outside because realistically, the animatronics can see you from far away. And if they see you, sometimes you can't hear them and sometimes they will knock you out. Alright, and pretty much what you want to do now is walk with Mr. Hippo. Pretty much he is going to go into Foxy's territory, so you got to be very careful that you don't die in Foxy's territory. And here they come. This is the part where you run. Oh boy, he's on me. He's on me. Oh, nope. Oh, barely superly died. Holy moly. But yeah, you got to be very careful as well once you're following Mr. Hippo, because sometimes this guy will pretty much pop out of nowhere. And pretty much once you go ahead and make it to the area where he puts his hand on, that's how you escape. So pretty simple, pretty easy. Definitely just be kind of conscious of the animatronics. As I did tell you guys before, Foxy is way quicker than Chica, and he will sneak up on you. And Chico can run at the same speed that you can. Just make sure that you don't run out of breath, because she will catch up to you in that moment. Anyways, before I go ahead and take off, I think it's just very important that I go ahead and just show you guys the screenshot once again, just so you guys can see it. And just if you need to as well, just take a screenshot of it, because it'll definitely help you out. Let me kind of zoom in a bit here so you guys can see it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care.